Hey guys, Jay Taylor here on site with another beautiful lake project. You can see that I have the exposure really down and limited on the drone, and if I wanted to see everything clearly I would jack it on up to that or even higher, but we're doing one of those parallax shots. It's going to be for the ending of the promotional video, and so as we go 400 feet up it's going to get a lot brighter and we'll be overexposed, not be able to see the far reaches of the lake and this beautiful mountain view off to the side. So to get this shot lined up, I tested earlier just the movement of the drone with the composition of kind of what I wanted to be in frame, and I shot straight up. When I got to 400 feet, I then adjusted exposure. So we're going to put the exposure back down. I'm severely, almost 2 full stops underexposed here, but I'm going to step out of frame. We're going to pop up, show you what it looks like, and then we'll jump into the studio, and in editing we'll show you how to lighten by lifting up the shadows of this area in Adobe's Premiere Pro. We'll show you how to lighten this, and then as it clears the house, to graduate from having lifted the shadows to resetting them back to normal, and it's going to look great. And here we go. So as we go up, you saw the exposure meter straighten out. I'm shooting at the film speed ISO 100. My shutter speed 1/120th of a second to eliminate the possibility of any camera shake from wind or drone movement. My aperture at 7.1, and there I am at 400 feet. And this is it, beautiful Watts Bar, south of Knoxville. It's absolutely beautiful. And here's our structure right below us. I'm going to get some overheads of it and then call it a day. This is it. So let's jump in studio and we'll show you how we do some of these edits. Hey guys, we're back in the studio. We have Adobe's Premiere Pro loaded and ready to go. We have a project file created, and then we also have what Adobe calls a sequence, and this is basically what is going to be our video. I'm going to bring the clip up, and at the beginning of the clip will be me talking. Of course, we're not interested in all that at this point as far as the final product goes, and so we'll wait until I walk off site. I have my finger on the I key on my keyboard for in, and I'm going to select some in and out points. I'll go ahead and select one here. And just by coincidence, I hit it. I would have kept hitting it like every second or fraction of a second until I had the right spot. And we're going to shoot straight up. When I feel like we're starting to level off, I'll start hitting the O for out. It's a beautiful day at a beautiful location, and I believe we're there. And we'll pause for a second. Yep. Okay. So we've got this little segment here that we're actually going to use in editing. And so we'll drag it on over here, and we'll just kind of use it over here to show you how we're going to edit this. I'm going to select the clip. We're going to go over to color and select the clip. And here are shadows. And there are lots of other different things that we could do to the clip, but we had perfect lighting, so we're not going to mess around with white balance. We could do exposure and contrast and just different things and dehaze and all that. But really this clip I believe is going to look really good straight out of camera. And so what we're going to do is on shadows, we're going to go ahead and just slide up and just gradually see what it looks like. And I'm going to take it all the way to the right. Now that actually looks pretty good, but it may just be a little overdone. So we're going to pull it down to right here. That's looking good. And as I clicked on the very first thing over here on my color grading, which Adobe calls Lumetri color, it added under the effect controls for this clip, this Lumetri color section. And under basic correction is the shadows that I've just done. So I want my shadows to start here, then around this value of 77.3. So I'm going to click a keyframe,
fit that in. But as the drone goes up, I want the shadows to decrease, because up here I'm running the watercolor, the distant mountains, the blue of the sky, because I've got it too bright. So basically, I've got to figure out where do I want my shadows to adjust out. And I'm thinking right along in here. So we're going to bring this back down to basically 0. In fact, I can click on it and hit 0 instead of playing with the slider. And then basically here then, it's adjusted back to normal. See how much better that looks? But what we'll do, we need to really check on is to see, is that too drastic of a change in exposure with the shadows, and does it look awkward? So let's check that out. And it doesn't. That's great. So here we would simply, if we were building our client's video, this in probably this shot we'll use to add our client's logo and branding right at the end of the video. And at the beginning, of course, we'll have the property address and we'll have some nice background music. And that's it pretty much. And this is ready to go.